enough and more than enough for you. The all-sufficient one, he has everything you need. Like Sarah just said, for life and godliness, it's all there in him, in his name, El Shaddai. So we're going to be talking the next couple of weeks on more than enough, because that's who God is. He's the God of more than enough. He's not the God of just enough. So many people like to say, God will just, supply your needs. He's not going to give you your wants. He'll give you what you need and just basic, but that's not the God. No. That's not the God we serve. He is the God. He is the El Shaddai. He's the all-sufficient one. He's the God of more than enough. Yeah. More than enough. And throughout the Bible, we'll be going through some of the verses. He wasn't just basic. He was more than enough. First of all, John 10:10 says, I am come, Jesus is saying this, that they might have life more abundantly. Come on now. And that's just not just getting by, but it's life more abundantly. Mark Lowry, he said one time, and if you don't know, he's a singer, very good singer, but he's the one, everybody knows this song, Mary Don't You Know for Christmas, he's the one that wrote that. But he's a comedian, and he said that when this verse, more abundantly, life goes along and it's got its ups and downs and we're going like this. But Jesus came so we could have life more abundantly. So sometimes that feels like that. Sometimes, right, more abundantly. You're going to have lots more in your life. But the positive things, the things that go great, I heard someone say yesterday, have you ever learned anything from sitting in the bed of a hotel room eating French toast? No, it's the negative things that teach us, right? The bad things in life. Those are the things that we think are bad, but they're the things that teach us. Yes. So we do have life more abundantly, but Jesus is always there with us. Psalms 23:5 says, Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Yes. Right? It runs over. He's filling it so much that it keeps running over. It keeps running over. It's not just basic. And in Luke 5, verses 6 and 7, we're talking about Peter being out on the boat fishing all night, right? Didn't catch anything. Comes back, and Jesus says, cast it again on the other side. And that seems foolish when you've been fishing all night long, right? It's like, here's the boat. There's no fish here. Why am I doing this? But he obeyed, right? And it says, and they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their net broke. And they beckoned unto their partners that they should come and help them. And they came and filled both the ships so that they began to sink. That was definitely more than enough. Definitely, right? It wasn't just, okay, Jesus gave us what we needed today. He filled our quota today, that kind of thing. He gave us more than enough. When Jesus fed the 5,000, there was more than enough, right? There was 12 baskets left over. It's always throughout, and we'll go through more scriptures in the next few weeks. But God is more than enough. He's the all-sufficient one, and that's who we're supposed to be like, right? We're supposed to be like God. We're supposed to follow his example. We're supposed to become like Christ, have the mind of Christ, all of those things. So if you let God work through you, you will always have that abundant life. You will always have that. No matter if you're up, no matter if you're down, you're always going to have the joy unspeakable, right? Yeah. It's going to be there. So we just need to follow God's guidance and God's word and go by scripture, not by our feelings. So let God work through you in every area of your life. Every area. Yeah. All right? Let's stand and receive the Lord's tithe this morning. For anyone new this morning, we will bringing our offering.